from Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah, home to the Utah State Aggies. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Utah State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Broncos will... started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Utah State's offense will go to work first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground. amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
They make the stop, and man, this senior took one right in the mustaches. He fired the completion. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. All right, guys, let's chat a little Utah State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
This Utah State offense has it going. The inside handoff. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 4th.
Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Got enough space. Touchdown, Utah State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
That is how you get your playmaking wide receiver in the game early. First series, they scripted this. They want to get him the football. They get him the football, and he does the rest. Gets the big touchdown on the opening drive of the game.
Boise St, 0.
And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Broncos offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. The Broncos are in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw its piece. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Give to the running back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Look out, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, shoot up yards, getting a big play down the field.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. He's got it on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Rush is on him. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. And the Broncos will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking for the score! And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan, because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Punch it out of the air. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. Every 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. They want to run this quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Broncos!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too in speed. You saw it right there.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get.
Returner brings it out to the 30.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Past the first down marker and still running. They get it at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They're going to ride this running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here we go. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Utah State trying to keep the drive alive on 4th down. Here we go, set. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Motion from the wideout. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They'll run it from the gun. He has the first and still on his feet. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback. Breaking on the quarterback and going and getting that big play.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Quickly complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Makes the catch. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside, touchdown Broncos! The defense takes matters into its own hands. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Sings it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage. And one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket.
There he goes. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. This Utah State offense has it going. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And you gotta love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and then all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive game.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The offense set for a first down play. Hand off from the shotgun. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll try it again. Bulldozes his way through. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. From the shotgun, they'll run it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The Broncos headed quickly to the line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Dropping back, it's Peace. Finds the tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Offense, quick tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Broncos with myriad options after that big running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Touchdown, Boise State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Firing to the right, complete. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Aggies will have it 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a chance.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll run it from the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Back to throw. It's Peace. Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. This will likely be the last play of the half. Wants to go up top. Got his man in the middle. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Logan so far. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team at Maverick Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Utah State about to kick it off to open the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They got plenty done through the air in the 1st half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Leaves it with the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Broncos moving quickly to the line. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. And the Broncos will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but that 4th down stop kept them from getting anything on the board. Gets it out fast. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got him. Turning it on. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. Power football with the run. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
On target. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example.
Touchdown, Utah State. Fit it in the window for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
The Broncos want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw. It's Peace. Pulls it in. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Back to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Just keeps slinging it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Ali. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And the Broncos trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to pass. It's Peace. Big guy smells it. Touchdown Broncos. And that one will put them up here in the second half. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Draw him inside the 10. Here he comes. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch on the left. Running free. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aggies. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage, they've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Peace. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
Well, that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This has been a tight one. Third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Breaks into the open. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Beckett. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
From the red zone, looking for a man. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. And the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Under fire. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They are undaunted by going 0 for their first 3 fourth down attempts, and they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. That might seem like a risky call to go for it on fourth down there, but you can't just hand the defense a win in that spot, David.
No, and we
sneaks into the end zone.
It's just so nice to have a signal down who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Peace. Finds his tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Broncos want to move quickly. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
On third down, he drops to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Taxes and sacks for that guy.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back open in the middle. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Using the quick game. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
The run from the shotgun. Fighting off the defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Utah State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on 1st down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Drive absolutely gift wrapped. How often do you start with a 1st and goal? I understand the 4th down analytics and going for it all the time, but that deep in your own end, you're just gift wrapping an opportunity for the other guy. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback making adjustments. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Touchdown, Aggie! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Broncos racing to the line in the hurry up.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Might as well give it to him again. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Peace. Got his man quickly. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Broncos are on the move.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Got it in the middle, it's Ali. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang
fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Here's the handoff. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job. Man, it's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
The give to the back. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down. Quarterback empties his backfield. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. The Broncos want to crank the tempo. on 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Grabbed over the middle. It's Beckett. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Alert, alert, right? Quarterback under center. You're thinking quarterback sneak on short yardage. Defensive lineman, great job. You got to get that penetration. You just can't let them go straight downhill. Make that thing bow. And I always love how you see guys diving over the top. Great effort by the defense. Great stop.
Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. On 1st down from the 13-yard line.
Military stunt.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Utah State. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. This drive will open from the 15. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the 1st down. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. And the Broncos, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air, it's Peace. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And now on second down for this offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots.
Looking for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Off play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. This time it's complete. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And the Aggies with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
Defense.
So the game will continue for at least one more play as the penalty gives the offense an untimed down. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take another shot here. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you